What is up, y'all? My name is
Is there nothing
Tisu,
we can
and
do?
welcome back
Surely
to
you people know of
Masana.
something.
What?
Red Wyvern, danger, big danger!
I see.
Right. So it was a press that I didn't do, surprisingly. Um, you basically have to capture a Shagama in Scarlet Forest, which unlocks this trust.
Oh, thank goodness you're here. All of these people come bringing alarming reports of Rathalos activity. Olivia's tied up on another investigation. I'd love it if you could take a look. Do you mind?
I have a proposal, if that's all right. Eric has already been gathering intel and has an understanding of the situation. Why not have him serve as handler for this investigation? If you're amenable, that is.
True, that might expedite things a bit.
All right, let's do it.
I've already told you. This Red Wyvern issue is a life-or-death matter.
It's been hounding our poor livestock around the clock. At this rate, someone's going to get hurt.
Red Wyvern, big, big angry. My tail is toasty burnt. You lot have weapons! Use weapons! Fix problem!
I hear your concerns and understand them. But now I have a question for you. Has this ever happened here before? Why would this Red Wyvern start making trouble now? Aren't you curious to find out?
Monsters just act on instinct, don't they? What's the use in asking why?
That's not true, though. They're living creatures, the same as you or me. There's always a reason for their actions, just like you all had reasons for coming here today.
Eric is right, which is why we intend to investigate the cause.
Well, I guess if you think that's best.
Red Wyvern, close to our home. Maybe still near.
Thank you for the tip. All right, let's begin the investigation.
It sounded like you wanted them to understand monsters better, Eric.
Well, sure. I guess I do. This probably isn't much of a surprise, but I've never been great at relating to other people. One time, Werner found me feeling low and told me, people are living creatures too, right? That's your field. Ever since, I've started to believe that I was born human for a reason. Learning is about opening a new door and walking through it. I don't want anyone to give up on that. Rathalos tracks.
Let's have a look.
These are claw marks.
Still fresh.
These markings are to make its presence here known. Proof of a strong territorial nature. Let's keep moving. The tracks continue ahead.
Before this, I was actually doing this Tsune, because I was trying to get his gem so I can change the look of my weapon to his, which I cannot. I did. I fought him like
Let's take a
5
look.
times and did not get lucky.
These are Rathalos scorch marks.
It must have been quite agitated. Fighting with some other creature, perhaps?
Lagiacrus I've ever seen left marks like this.
An electrical burn. But there shouldn't be any monsters here with thunder properties. Over here! Quickly! They've been electrocuted.
Let's fall back.
What's happening? Why is the Rathalos so worked up? Eric! The Lagiacrus! That's the cause of all this! Here in the east, in the forest no less. I can't believe it! The Lord of the Seas! This is incredible! But how? This is the kind of rush I want people to understand! I want them to know just how diverse the Scarlet Forest really is! But... if we leave things like this, the disruption to the ecosystem here will only worsen. It's unfortunate. However, in the name of ecological preservation and the safety of nearby settlements, the Guild...
Eric. Let's capture it.
Alive? True, that would allow us to monitor it long term. But even so, Lagiacrus! That's an awfully tall order for...
But that way works better with your philosophy, right?
Thank you. That's very kind of you.
Let's go.
The Guild authorizes the capture of that Lagiacrus. I'll do everything I can to back you up.
Our mission here is to capture it alive. Let's be careful.
Dude. Him pronouncing his name. I never would have pronounced it that way, but okay. Dude, look at him. He's so cool.
This must be its nest. Get in the water and attack to stop it.
This is awesome. This is crazy. It's not exactly underwater. What is this fight?
Unbelievable! Now it's my turn to get to work. I'll have this amazing specimen studied ASAP.
That was a good fight. That was a good fight. The music, the underwater like combat, kind of. That was really awesome. They did a really good job with this. I guess that's like the actual like way to pronounce his name, which is kind of weird because it's always been Lagiacrus for us. It's not too bad. Obviously not too hard. Obviously his tempo version is gonna be a pain and something that I just don't want to deal with. But
So the reason the Red Wyvern was agitated is because of another monster called Lagiacrus. As for that one, it appears to have migrated in from far outside the region.
You're able to tell that much?
Yes, from trace substances on its body and the growth and wear on its dermal spikes. As for why it's here, I suspect it was drawn to the ample prey in this nutrient-rich environment.
Huh. I'd never stopped to think about monsters like that. Just went with what I was taught.
Guess they pick fights and get bent out of shape too.
We'll transport the Lagiacrus back to its original habitat, but this could happen again.
Let's plan how to handle things from now on together. The Red Wyvern, too.
Hey, I'm sorry, for coming and demanding you fix our problems.
We really appreciate it. I definitely wouldn't have thought of capturing it.
Big thankings!
Great work, everyone.
Thanks, Alma. I think this is another case closed. Hey, can I talk to you? What you said before? You sounded just like Olivia. It really meant a lot. Would you mind if I helped out Avis Unit as a handler on your investigations again? I'm fascinated to find out what sort of path you choose to walk.
Really? It would certainly be helpful to broaden our range of expertise. I, for one, am all for it.
Sure, welcome aboard.
Really? Thanks!
It's our pleasure.
Well then, just let me know whenever you need my help.
so now we can switch between them two. It's pretty cool. Alright, let's check. Obviously,
Yep.
armor, weapons, all that.
Got something in mind? Hello.
Alright, so he's ability 7 armor. Not too bad. So weakness export, maximum might, unresist. Stamina surge, latent power, and product mobility. Not too bad. Let's check out his special skill though, which is Latent Fury. Temporarily increases affinity and can deal extra thunder damage upon build-up. Increase some attacks. And further increase additional thunder damage and molly extends the duration affinity is increased. Okay. I'm curious on how much affinity you actually get though. Definitely good for thunder builds, obviously. Not too bad, not too bad. Alright, so this is the male's armor. Pretty cool looking, and here's the female's armor. not too bad. It's obviously like different fashion that you can probably do with it. Yeah, not too bad. They kind of already showed
Got
off
something in
though.
mind?
They did with the Palico. Basically, it just looks like a pirate. Pretty cool. Not too bad. Let's check out the weapons
Got something in
of
mind?
these Encyclave. So the Encyclave we actually have seen, and yeah, it's a trade. It is actually pretty cool. Not even this side. Yeah, this is definitely a weapon that I would use for your layered armor. Okay, so we have focus. Okay, so he has, okay. So he has focus and co bundles those. These weapons, mental attack. Okay, that's pretty cool. Not too bad, not too bad. Encyclave is awesome though. I love this trident. It's very cool. But that should be all for him.
Anything catch your eye?
I don't think any new thousands. I could be wrong though. Yeah, it doesn't look like anything's new. Otherwise,
See you later.
I hope you enjoy. I gotta get some sleep. These videos are gonna be out here very soon though. It's 11:43 for me. I know it's like in UK it's like 7 in the morning for them. Yeah, that was an awesome fight. Really enjoyed it. Glad I was able to do this before I got out of time though. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you on the next one.